Well, it's Wednesday and we're in Simpsonville, South Carolina. It's going to be as hot here, I believe, today as it is in Florida. And so it's going to be a scorcher. I think they're talking about the mid to upper 80s. And we'll be looking forward to getting back up to the cool mountains. In Mark chapter 6, beginning at verse 1, we have an interesting story. I wonder how many of you have ever gone home. I mean, to the place where you were born and perhaps raised as a young child. And I wonder how people saw you. Did they see you as that same little boy or little girl that you were then, and not recognize any accomplishments you'd made in life? I know that certainly the feeling that I've had when I've gone back to the Riviera Beach and West Palm Beach area, where I was raised as a boy, and where I rode my motor scooter and then my motorcycle to school, and everybody saw me as that troubled kid, that one that was always in trouble, and maybe not vicious trouble like some get into with drugs and alcohol, but certainly rebellious and wild. And then go back there as a executive with a large corporation, one of the largest corporations of the world. Or go to the place where you first started your employment. I started out with ITT in West Palm Beach and raised up through the ranks, but they still saw you after even 10 years at the same company as that junior buyer that came in as a young kid with a wet behind the ears and just a little bit of knowledge about semiconductors, or coming back to an area where they only could see you as that little boy or that inexperienced kid. Well, that was the exact case for Jesus. Jesus was not in Capernaum, but he was back in Nazareth, the place of where he was raised. And Jesus had some earthly siblings. Mary had Jesus by miraculous conception in the fact that it was a virgin birth, but she had some natural children, and all the people in the town of Nazareth could remember is this Jesus was this one that was raised in the town, and he was just a carpenter. And so even when he taught in the synagogues, they were amazed at his teaching and his wisdom and his miracles, but they couldn't accept him as God in the flesh. They couldn't accept him as a real miracle maker, and as a result, they didn't have the faith to come for the healings and the miraculous works that he had done elsewhere. When the scripture says he could do no works there, it wasn't because he was limited, it was because they limited themselves. They didn't believe. And so if you look at verse 6, it says, because of their unbelief. What a shame, isn't it? When we think about Jesus and we limit what we think about him. We limit what we think he can do. And we come to a place where our benefits from Jesus come only from our placing our own limitations on him. Oh, Jesus is God in the flesh, we might say, or God. But yet when it comes to our own healing, when it comes to our own guidance, when it comes to our own benefits, we limit him because we really don't believe as we should. It's a shame, isn't it? A shame that we might limit God because of our own unbelief. It's your thought for the day. I hope that you'll have a great day. See you next time on higher ground in a little cooler setting. God bless.